Sending me rock, and then big backstage. I do not fuck with. Sounding like she might be feeling me. She wanna know all of my feels and my thoughts. It's like they not hearing me. I can't with the pressure that's weighing me. That way, yeah, he wanna center me, but I do not cave. Yeah, I can still thinking like, till I'm on top, till I'm on top, till I'm on top, till I'm on top. Yeah, I cannot cave 'cause I can still feel like, till I'm on top, till I'm on top, till I'm on top, till I'm on top. Yeah, I cannot cave 'cause I can still feel like,
till I'm on top. The time that I find got me lost in my thought. 10 days a week on the watch, I would clock. Too many days that I lost what I got.
Alright, I'm gonna go over this trade here. I'm actually really proud of this trade, I'm not gonna lie. So on the daily, so kind of okay, on the daily, we're bullish. Overall, we're bullish. We came down a bit, but overall we're bullish. On the 4-hour, we were here. We were in this bearish fair value gap, inverse fair value gap actually, but we were closing above, so we were pushing higher. We were already above the fair value gap. We just needed that close, and targets are like here, whatnot. But we go on the hourly, we get a sweep, a low, a sweep, which this is tapped into this small fair value gap here, this inverse. So we're protected there. And at like 9 to 9:30, we're pretty much closing above. And I like 10, we're pretty much closing above here, above that fair value gap. So on the 15-minute pre-market, so like London session sweeps itself and also sweeps Asia session, and then we push higher. We're about here off of market open, but when we go into the NASDAQ off market open, we had a session sweep within a huge fair value gap. I think this was a 4-hour, so we were pushing for higher. We had off the 5-minute, so that created a SMT right there, and then right here, big SMT. Off of that, we got a 5-minute inverse fair value gap. I entered off of this close, but I entered off of the S&P, which was already pushed higher because it was the leading index. I think in this case, maybe because it was so high up, I shouldn't have done that, but I did regardless. I think that's where I went wrong. I broke even on this trade. I did not hit full TP. I think I went like $8 in profit, so it's whatever. So $8 on day, it's kind of shitty, but it happens. Overall, I'm still really proud of the trade because I let it go for a good half hour, and it kept me, it kept me in a good spot here. So market close, I wanted to push for these highs here. So this is like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio on the 1 minute. If I would have held on, we would have pushed higher for full TP, but there was a lot of chopping within that, and I just ended up putting my stop loss here. So like at the S&P there, which is where I actually took my trade. Where is it? Down here. Perfect. So off the 1 minute, entered about right here. That was the candle close off that 5-minute inverse fair value gap on NASDAQ. Price came down a little bit into the 5-minute fair value gap here, pushed up higher, and this was the highest point I got. I tried getting a read on a equilibrium. Price came back, pivoted between it every here and there, and then it finally pushed higher. That was for full TP, but I did not hit full TP. I exited about right here off of this white candle. And that was about 8 in profit. But when price pushed up higher, I moved my stop loss from here to about a little bit in profit. That's like $8. What I should have done is kept it underneath of this 1-minute fair value gap. That way price could at least come down, tap that fair value gap, and push up higher, which is what price did end up doing. So in the future, I'll know that. I think my full TP was about $115 profit. So a little bit missed out on, but that's all good. Overall, I'm really proud of the trade. I was in there for probably a good 25 minutes, I'd say. That trade I was in. That was during class, the back of the class while other people are doing work. I'm going to try and pull this up. So the other day I also had a trade. I forgot to record my trade, but there's my $8 profit. That was $6. I exited right off bat because I don't know why I entered. I entered because I was impatient. That was a fail. That was terrible. I should not have even entered. I shouldn't have even thought about it. But I am still glad that I stayed out of it for the rest of the day. Same with this here. That was not good. But this minus 87 was a trade I had taken. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I was in that for about 4 minutes. Yeah, see, 21 minutes I was in that trade for today. I was in that for about 4 minutes, my minus 87, and oh yeah, I was pushing for longs, and price, what I did was I entered pre-market right before market opened, and I was on NASDAQ, so NASDAQ is a lot more volatile, and I should have taken my trade off of S&P, but I decided to take it off of NASDAQ, and right off market open, price came up, and it pushed instantly to my stop loss for a short there on NASDAQ. But then if you went into the S&P stayed where it was, did not push immediately down, stayed where it was, and then kept pushing higher to my full TP. But it was a shame that I was on NASDAQ for that one, so I ended up getting stopped out. Took one trade that day. These are all one traded days. Yeah. But I'll take that. This is overall not what I would like to see, but I think that's a lot better than what it was. This is overall better than this month so far. So May was a lot better than June, but I'm hoping for June I can keep it going. I should not have traded on the 3rd year. I should not have traded on the 1st. If it was only the 2nd and the 4th that I had my trades done, I would be a lot more proud there. I'm going to take a look at the market tomorrow. I'll see if I can get that done. And then we'll check back on the 8th there, or maybe the 7th even, in Asia session. We'll see how that goes. But so far, I am at $1,373 remaining for passing my 25K funded account. In the future, I might get 2 of these 50% off accounts and I might try and get Lucid Flex accounts, 2 more 25K accounts. I'll see if I can get that done. I'm hoping by the end. I'm hoping way before that, but in worst case or whatnot, I'm hoping by the end of this month I can get my first eval passed and hopped into the funded, and then yeah, we'll go from there. See how that goes.